What's up guys, as many of you know, whenever I do find a pretty interesting Reddit post, I do like to cover them because they can be good content, and I actually personally watch this sort of content just with other sort of topics and stuff across YouTube, so I like to make that sort of thing as well, seeing as this is what I enjoy myself. So we're going to take a look at this Reddit post because I thought it was pretty interesting. And now what it says is, what is your RuneScape conspiracy theory? I'll start. Now they have one here, and this could be a pretty interesting thread, so we're going to have a look through, see what we can find. And like I say, this will probably not have much editing and stuff in it, so we're going to be quite a lot of just talking and, you know, going over it and whatnot, so hopefully you enjoy in the background or something like that. This person says, I genuinely believe that players who have not played in a long time, when they come back again, they have increased RNG, so that they get the hype and continue playing. What is your conspiracy theory? Have fun. So this is actually something that, I'm not gonna lie, it's crossed my mind as well. And I know people say this, like noobs to the game, or people who've returned if not after a long time, they get good RNG to actually hook them back into the game. Because, for example, a good one to talk about this with is the green Santa hat when that came out, and also this one with the dye. Now, people seem to be returning to the game, and then they get the dye very quickly, or they get the Santa hat very quickly from the paper, when obviously it's mega rare, right? And they literally hand in like 20 presents, and they get a golden one, and it's like, holy crap, what the hell? And then they're hooked because they've just been given all this money, and that's the holy crap, they can buy this, they can buy that, and they're just like, holy crap, I actually got it, and that dopamine hit immediately is like, whoo. Now, at the same time, I know people who have made like new accounts and then they've won a massive amount of money on Treasure Hunter very quickly because of a new account. They've played for like a day or 2 days, and on the third, like 3 keys or something, they've been given like the 50 mil and all that sort of stuff, 200 mil, all the big amount of cash prizes that you can get, and it's just pretty cool, like coincidental. But I do think that this is probably a conspiracy, and that it is just that when people, when this happens, it's so like unique and like, oh, holy crap, that we remember this more than, obviously we don't hear about all the people that this doesn't happen to. So when people are new and this doesn't happen, they're not going to come to Reddit and go, oh, I didn't get a thing, I'm a new player and I didn't get a thing. This is not going to happen. So all we do hear about is these lucky new or returning players. So, but it does seem, it is something that's crossed my mind too, but I do think it is just that. But yeah, it's pretty cool to think about though. Anyway, next one. Guthix ain't dead, but was too strong and bored to deal with everyone's crap. I mean, okay, fair enough. I mean, if he dead, we might bring him back with a new skill, maybe, but I don't know. I don't think bringing back a god of balance with necromancy doesn't seem like a smart thing to do. See, I don't know the lore and stuff for this, but I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But yeah, Dungeoneering started as a minigame in early development, and at one point, Jagex realized it was too ambitious in terms of the amount of content compared to other minigames, so they relabeled it as something entirely different, a skill. Actually, it has a complete different game and design phase, but they got added to the game instead. Really? Wait, really? Okay. So Dungeoneering was going to be a different game, and they added it to RuneScape instead. That is really interesting. Someone said that is correct. It was going to be a completely standalone game, separate from RuneScape originally. Holy crap! What the hell? That's really interesting, because Dungeoneering is massive. If you think about it, for a skill, like it pretty much is a new game. Like it just is. You go through these little puzzles and stuff, and they added it to RuneScape instead. That's super interesting. Didn't know that. Really didn't know that. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Siren spirits know when you are sleeping. Oh, siren spirits from the Grace of the Elves. Ah, so freaking true. When you're not paying attention, you come back and you've missed one. Yes. Absolutely, yes. I'd love it if you missed the Siren Spirit, it will give you a message in the chat box along the line of, you missed the Siren Spirit, but I had a feeling it would have gifted you item name and you had you accepted the time. Oh, what? That would have sucked, man. That would, no, absolutely not. So this person here says the Falador massacre was staged. Honestly, I thought it was too. Glitch found and not patched before 060606. So just all full together with a name. Duriel321 is probably a Jagex employee. Can you imagine? I think this has actually been a conspiracy theory that I've heard a few times, that the Falador massacre was staged. Now, listen, the Falador massacre is huge, right? And it goes down in RuneScape history. It was this big known thing, and it wasn't just like it broke out of RuneScape. It broke out, all the gaming communities were hearing about it. The advertising on this, the marketing stunt, can you imagine? That would have been absolutely crazy. It really would have been. Like, it was probably good. Like, it was bad for Jagex at the time, but it was also probably good for like marketing, because people were talking about it in other games. People were talking like all over, like everywhere, like forums and stuff. Like, can you imagine? I don't think it was, like, personally, I don't think it was staged. I think it genuinely was a bug and a coincidence with the date. But can you imagine, like, 666? It wasn't. Was it actually on the 6th, the 6th, the 6th, or was that like it wasn't quite, and then they just kind of like, it was like the 5th or something, and then they just kind of said it was the 6th? Is that right or not? Maybe I'll have to rewatch the documentary by Will Miss It. Maybe I'll have to do that. Next conspiracy theory says J-mods run the real world trade business. This is obviously not true, seeing as they shut them down and they banned people for it. If they did, then they wouldn't ban people for it, because like you'd lose profit on it. But can you imagine if they actually did? That'd be pretty funny. Another way to get a bit of extra money. But in a way, Jagex kind of run a real world trade business with bonds, but that's like completely different, obviously. But yeah, can you imagine if that actually came out? That'd be absolutely crazy. That'd be insane. So this person here is another one saying noobs and returning players get the best RNG. So what we're going to do, I know we've just talked about this at the first, but one, Free Eleanor is still on this person's tag. That is absolutely brilliant. I think it's done now. I think it's fixed, so that's funny. But yeah, we're going to see what people are saying. I made the switch from old school to RuneScape 3 a few months ago. One of my first Twitch players got a 50 mil drop. You might be onto something. You're suffering from confirmation bias. Yeah, that's the same what I was saying, that you see that, but you don't see the thousands. That doesn't happen. And then someone else is saying, I returned after a year on a max account, did mess with a fortune and got the 100 mil cash stack. I also, the first month of returning, got the 50 mil cash stack. Now I can't get the Santa top or bottom, and around 250k paper still. Yeah, so like people saying it, but like you say, it's like this person said, confirmation bias and stuff is absolutely true in my opinion. Okay, so this next one is pretty interesting, and it says the Grand Exchange has a system for generating items from thin air. If there are no sell offers already on the market, now I have thought about this, and I have genuinely thought, like, what the frick? Like, who's selling this most stupid random item out of nowhere? But here we go. Not all items, mind you, but definitely less traded and obscure items like chopped onions and tomatoes in a bowl, rosemary seeds, and oak crossbow stock, an oil lantern frame, a fish bowl, etc. Items that no player in their right mind would bother slow selling in bulk, but you can somehow always insta-buy them for a reasonable price. By reasonable price, it means like you can always put like 10 mil in for something that's 3 GP and it will still buy, and you'll likely pay the 10 mil. But there was always every item. I guarantee you, if you go to the Grand Exchange, if you offer any price, like a stupid amount of money for any item on the Grand Exchange, you're going to buy something. Like, honestly, it's probably going to happen. Now, people use this for like some sort of scam and stuff as well. Like buy limit scams, they'll put something in at a price that's like just less than what the next one is, that's really high. And then they'll get someone to go and to buy all that for them, saying, oh, can you help me with a buy limit? And then they, of course, scam them and stuff with the Grand Exchange. So be careful with that. But I think this is one of the main reasons the Grand Exchange is such an opaque system, where you can't see other people's active buy and sell offers, unlike any other MMO. So I don't think this is true. I have thought about it because it's really weird. But I do think that there's just people who go out and buy all the bulk crap, like random stuff, and they slow sell it. I know people who are slow selling random stuff on the Grand Exchange for quest items and stuff to make good money, because you can actually slow sell like quest items for like 1, 2 mil, 3 mil each. I buy that stuff when I do a quest, so like random things, absolutely. But anyway, this person says, soon after disprove this comment, I'm one of the weirdos who bulk sells useless shit on the Grand Exchange. I've sold so many fish bowls. Yeah, exactly. Like there's people who go and do it. There's people who go out their way to find random items that don't exist normally from normal players, and they'll put them on the Grand Exchange and they'll just leave them there because you can, because they'll sell at some point. Someone's going to do it, they'll buy it. This is how it works. Unfortunately, I don't think this is true, because Fresh.World has shown me that the Grand Exchange is hell when there aren't many players. The real reason those items buy is because there's such a player population. Someone somewhere is bound to put those items up for whatever reason. Yeah, exactly. So I understand why they're saying it, and it's just a conspiracy theory. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's definitely probably crossed a lot of people's mind, and it's crossed mine. But I do think that those items genuinely are in the G. And like I said, Fresh.Worlds, you could have offered. There definitely wasn't on there. There definitely wasn't. This one here says killing those dinosaurs while dungeoneering somehow gives you a negative status effect. This is true, right? This is actually true, isn't it? Killing the things that don't attack you, the ones that aren't aggressive, and you don't need to kill them to open the doors. Like you don't, like if you have a room that's a guardian door, you have to kill everything inside to open the guardian door. You don't have to kill those to open that guardian door. So I'm pretty sure that this is true, right? I think. Wait, it's not officially true. Wait. Wait. Oh, it's not true. This was confirmed false. Is it actually not? Ah, do you know how many times I stressed because I killed one of those by accident? And I was like, oh no. Wait, what the frick? Ah. I was told by my cousins never killed them when I started playing and believed this was real the entire time. I thought it was real till now. Guys, comment. Is this actually been confirmed that it's not true? That they do nothing? You just went to hunt them? What the hell? My world just completely shattered. Not quite, but what? Damn, okay. This next one says, the decision to change the price of climbing boots from 12 GP to 75k overnight was definitely an inside job, and some of those insiders definitely made a small fortune IRL from it. And this next person says, rock climbing boots were an inside job, and a bunch of developers use that knowledge to real-world trade money and buy something for themselves. And Jagex have changed their story several times why they had to boost the price of the boots. Now, I don't think this is true at all. I really don't. But Will Mister did make a video on this recently, and I don't remember exactly what he said actually. And I actually don't remember it. I'm going to rewatch this stuff, man. I actually want to remember this stuff. But let me know in the comments what he said like overall. I think it was just a change, and then they were like, oh crap. But I could be wrong. I can't remember exactly what he said. I'm going to rewatch it. But I can see why people would think this. Absolutely, I can. This person says, each account has its own intrinsic hidden look stat that is rolled for an account creation. This stat then modifies the drop rates of rares when bossing through some unknown formula. Now, we do actually know that there is a look stat in the game, I believe. I'm pretty certain. Because when JMods want to guarantee a drop, I think they can just turn their look like right up, right? And obviously you've got the look rings as well. So look is definitely a thing. So I wonder if this could be true. And also, what's to say that, like, you know, people's look hasn't been changed or anything like that? I don't know. You just don't know. There must definitely be a stat for it. So it could be. I don't think anything will be like randomly rolled or anything. I think everyone's on an even playing field, but you just don't know. You do see some people that are incredibly unlucky in some places, and you know, it's just how it is. This person says, I also believe this. I have one ult, just happens to get all the skilling pets or get 5 times more completed tomes while arcing, or has 6 blueberry specials, while the other account at the same time, playtime I assume it means, have a 0. There has to be some hidden luck mechanic. OP says, yes, I have some accounts that are just insanely lucky, but unfortunately are not my main, so no quest to progress, while some of my accounts just make me want to quit life. I'd say it's probably just basically like just a coincidence, but yeah, this will certainly be possible given how elaborately complicated some of the older code in the game is. There probably is something somewhere from 20 years ago that someone forgot was added that gives an account modified look at random. I don't think it's true, but I do think that there is a look stat. I just don't think that it's like a random roll on account creation and stuff. This person here says, I really doubt it is forgotten and inaccessible. Look at how many streamers have insane luck on every character they make. Alright boys, we're going to grind this item until we get this. They get it in 20 hours somehow every single time. So I can confirm that YouTubers and streamers do not have modified luck. I can confirm this. I am really, really lucky in pretty much everywhere, right? But Karapak specifically, I went 844 solos without a drop. It is 1 in 150. I can confirm that there's nothing there. Like it's just that a lot of streamers tend to play a lot more. And when you edit a video, like if I'm going to make a video and it's a progress video, I know I want to show you guys progress in that video, right? And I will edit that video to show you that progress, but I will show you 12 minutes of gameplay, which you may think is probably like overall, what, 5 hours, 6 hours, maybe 10 at the most. And then it actually ends up being like 40 hours. Like I will do a lot of streams before I use all of those VODs from the streams to make one 12-minute video. So it kind of like looks like I'm lucky all the time, but I am playing a lot in between that. Like I am lucky in some places and a lot of places, but not as lucky as it seems if you just watch the videos. So yeah, it kind of seems like that. And this person's saying streamers. And yeah, some streamers are really lucky, but they also play a hell of a lot too. And it's just how it is. Like it's just how it is. Okay, so for the last one, this person says, Jagex mods watch us when we are doing group bossing. I've seen people complain about never getting a specific drop, and within minutes, they get the drop they wanted. It's happened to me countless times when I'm doing Crossers, so I just complain about never getting drops, even though I just got one. I'd say it works 1 in 10 times. And this person says, I definitely believe this. I used to be in a PVM clan where a few JMOs would randomly troll or come and say hi. I'm sure they're also able to PM you offline as well and watch or take over your account. So, I don't think this is true, but I know why people think this, and I can completely understand. And I know that there's situations where I've done the same, or I've been on stream even, or like I've been in a group or just a Discord call or whatever, and you're complaining and you type in game, or you go, oh, I'm never going to get this drop, or I've been dry for way too many kills. And people say it in your clan chat as well. They like quick chat their thing and go, been dry next for 400, like for not 400, just a little bit too far, like 100 kills or 200 kills. And then they literally, moments later, it comes up and says, this person has received this drop. And it's like, everyone's like, what's the chances of this? What are the chances? But, again, I think it's just the whole confirmation bias thing. Like, the times it does happen isn't that often. Like, you don't see it often. You do see it, and you see it enough for us to remember it, but you don't see it like that often. But people are complaining about being dry at places all the time. So eventually it's going to happen, and we are just remembering those times because they're way more like, holy crap, like exciting, and like they stick in your brain a lot more than the times it doesn't happen. Because when it doesn't happen, it's just like, yeah, that sucked, man. But when it does happen, you're like, what? No way did that actually just happen? And then you remember it. So I think that's what it is. But it is an interesting thing, and I can completely see where people are coming from with this. Anyway, I found this post really interesting, so thank you very much to the person who posted it. Like, let's have a look and see what you were called. You were called Team EMB99. So thank you very much. Thank you. This has given me some content, and I appreciate it. I enjoyed reading through this as well. There's a lot of stuff in here that I'm not surprised to see, and there's some other things I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, thank you very much. Hope you all enjoyed watching. If you do enjoy this sort of content, let me know in the comments, and I will continue doing it. I'll continue doing it anyway, because I know some people do enjoy it. But otherwise, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.